Hi everyone, this is Alle Vron. This is video number 3 in the Alle Vron week. This is a glitter birthday look. It's purple. I hope you like it. If you do, please like, comment, and subscribe and enjoy. Thank you. I already have my brows done. I'm trying out a new primer. It's Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Eden. I'm using a sample I received from Sephora. There was actually more product in the packet than I expected. I went a little overboard, and instead of taking it off, I just decided to put it all over my eyelid, underneath my eye, and in the section where I would normally conceal my face. So yeah, I look pretty crazy for most of this video. I'm using Juvia's Place Nubian palette. I'm starting off with a orange shade just to use as a transition, you know, to hide that primer in my skin below my brows. So I just sloppily put that all over my crease using a fluffy blending brush. Just go in windshield wiper motions. I dip into that a couple times just so, you know, it can blend. And I even use a more brown shade further up towards my brow. Once I have that covered, I dip into the Nubian 2 palette and I use like a more cranberry shade in the outer V. Just, you know, trying to create dimension within my eye. I have small eyes, so I don't really have a lot of space to work with. So I just pack the colors on top of each other using the blending brush. And make sure to blend the colors out very well so you can't see, you know, any lines or anything on your eyelid. Once I have that done, I grab a different brush from Morphe. It's a more precise blending brush, and I dip into a purple shade. And I put it on my crease, but it's more like a halo effect, like I'm going for a halo eye, but that's not the actual eye I'm going for. So I just put that on the inner corner of my eye and all over the crease, leaving majority of my lid uncovered. To also avoid having to go back in with a different blush and blend, I added brown onto the purple shade and I mix those two together. Now I'm changing my brush to an eyeshadow brush where I'm packing on majority of this purple shimmer shade onto the lid where I left no color. I just pack that all over the lid, making sure to go up a little bit into the purple where I placed it in my crease so everything can blend evenly. Now I'm going in with a brush from e.l.f. It's a more fluffy blending brush, and I dip into orange and brown to blend upwards toward my eyebrow so you can't see any, you know, distinct colors. It just all looks like my skin. Yeah, I blend that a little bit down because my eyelids are very small, so the purple, it can get out of control. Now I'm using a different blending brush from e.l.f. Sorry, I don't know the names of these brushes. And I'm just dipping into a gold shimmery shade, deep gold, not pure gold, just to highlight my brows a little bit underneath. Now, because I just felt like there was too much purple, I'm going in with the original blending brush that I used before with a dark matte black. I didn't want to put too much to oversaturate it. I just wanted a little bit of darkness on the outer corner. So I just blend that on the outer corner in just a small area and a little bit into the crease, not a lot. Now I'm taking a NYX liquid eyeliner. It's in the color Crystal Pewter. And I'm placing this glitter. It's like a iridescent purple colored glitter. I'm placing that all over my lid in the purple. So the dark purple was just a base, and the glitter pewter will actually be the color of my lid. That's the actual color I'm going for the look. Now I'm taking a makeup remover wipe. I'm just wiping my skin so I can control the natural oils of my face and not have extra. So I'm wiping my face down. I am wiping underneath my eye just a little bit because there was some fallout, and I didn't want that to mess up my foundation. So I didn't record my foundation because I'm gonna do a foundation routine later, but I did record myself putting on eyeliner. I'm using a Wonder Woman eyeliner from a beauty book that I purchased from Walgreens. I really enjoy this eyeliner. It dries down to a very matte black. It doesn't move or flake off anywhere, and I think that's very good for it to be a drugstore eyeliner. I wish they sold it separately and not just in the Wonder Woman beauty book, but I've heard a lot of things about the NYX matte eyeliner and the NYC eyeliner, but they both seem to be sold out everywhere I go, so I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get my hands on those. And I did insert myself putting on eyelashes. I switched between using a spoolie brush just to comb out my lashes, so any eyeliner that I did get on the tips of my lashes, because they are very curly and a little lengthy, I can get that off with the spoolie, and then I go in with my lashes. I didn't film the whole thing, but I filmed like the part where I was brushing my lashes out with the spoolie. I'm also taking this Boudoir eyeliner. That name is so difficult to pronounce. Boudoir eyeliner, and I'm lining my waterline, my bottom waterline, and I'm also doing tight lining because when I looked into the mirror, you could see a little bit of brown, underneath. So I'm doing a little bit of tight lining. After, I'm taking an e.l.f. brush, and I'm just using some of the darker plum shades that I use in the Juvia's Place 2 palette and placing those underneath my bottom waterline, just so it won't be naked down there and just totally look like eyeliner. Now I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous double-ended mascara. The first side is numbered. The first side is the primer that you use on your eyelashes. Then I let that dry for like a couple seconds. Then I go back in with the second side, which is the black mascara side. And it does lengthen your lashes a little bit, but I don't really need a lot because my lashes are already full, and I don't really care about my bottom lashes like that, so I don't really mind them being sparse down there. And plus, with the eyeshadow being down there, you don't really pay attention to it anyways. Now I'm going in with the lips, and I'm using NYX Espresso lip liner. I use that to outline the outside of my lips. Then I'm going in with Wet n Wild Black Orchid lipstick. And I wanted a darker lip, but the lip was too dark for me, so I went on top of that with Nicka natural lipstick. And to make it a little glossy, I went in with NYX Butter Gloss Creme Brulee. I sprayed Mario Decio's facial rose water, and then play with my hair a little bit, just because I want it to look a little bit nicer than what it was. Now I'm into the slow-mos. I really like these. Remember, anything you decide to do it because it's what you love. Bye. It's going to be filled with makeup tutorials, nail reviews, hair reviews, anything you can think of. I'm going to have a birthday vlog in there. So please stay tuned for everything that's coming up at Alle Vron.